Welcome to Accounting Essentials, Master the Basics in 10 days. Today is day 4 and we're going to talk about the trial balance. And before we get into the granular details of the trial balance, I want to introduce you to the general ledger. And make sure you have your flashcards and your pen handy because you're going to want to take notes. So when I say general ledger, I want you to think granular, G and G, general ledger, granular. It is granular details that end up rolling into the trial balance. Now, the textbook definition of a general ledger is a comprehensive record of all financial transactions of a business. So you're like, wait, Casey, I need some more details. I need an example. So take a look at the accounting equation where you can see assets, liabilities, and equity. Now let's zoom in to cash and cash equivalents. Well, cash and cash equivalents will have several accounts that roll up to it. And this could be things like a checking account, money market 1, 2, 3, and a savings account. Liabilities for accounts payable, a few accounts that roll up, maybe rent payable, insurance payable, Apple computer payable. And for accumulated other comprehensive income, what granular details make up that account is foreign currency translation, unrealized capital gains and losses, and pension adjustments. And these are just a few examples that we're going over. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the trial balance. Repeat after me. Trial balance equals total. Again, flashcard moment. Trial balance equals total. So the textbook definition of a trial balance is report that lists all the accounts and their balances to verify the accuracy of accounting records. Well, let's dive into that a little bit deeper because I don't know about you, sometimes I find these textbook definitions a little bit boring and I need to see real world examples. And as discussed before, how the accounting equation must always be in balance, the trial balance actually comes from the accounting equation. And what do you mean? So you can see your assets, liabilities, and equity. Your debits equal your credits. And all of these accounts have balances. And you can see them in the accounting equation and they're in balance. For example, cash and cash equivalents of 5, the offset is in common stock. Receivables, the offset's in accrued liabilities. Prepaid expenses, the offset is in treasury stock, so on and so forth. The trial balance organizes all of the account balances in an easier way for you, the accountant, to digest the information. So as you can see the trial balance, it's all of the accounts that were just shown on the accounting equation in a list form. Cash, receivables, prepaid expenses, property and equipment, goodwill, deferred comp, so on and so forth. And then it shows the balance. You can see the total balance for total assets, total liabilities, and equity. And remember, the trial balance must always be in balance because it's coming from the accounting equation, and it's your job as the accountant that if there is a variance, you need to investigate your variance and clear immediately. Another benefit of the trial balance is you can drill into these account level details, granular details from the general ledger. Meaning, let's say you're just looking at cash and cash equivalents of $5 and you think that is pretty low. So your manager says, why is only $5 in cash and cash equivalents? You'll then drill into checking account, money market 1, 2, and 3, savings account, and then maybe you see that your money market 2 account has a negative balance of $100 and that's driving down your cash and cash equivalents. That's why it's so important to look into the granular details, aka general ledger, and the trial balance, the total, because as an accountant, most likely it's going to be your responsibility not just to book transactions, but to make sure that the numbers make sense, even if the accounting equation is in balance. So as you can see, the total assets of 75 equals the total liabilities and equity, and written another way, you can write it in the form of the accounting equation. So you can see that your total assets equal your total liabilities and equity. And remember, the accounting equation must always be in balance, and if not, you need to investigate your variance. So you made it to the knowledge check. So I'm going to ask you, what is the primary purpose of the trial balance in accounting? Is it A, summarize financial transactions, B, verify the accuracy of accounting records, or C, to calculate a company's net income? And the answer is B, verify the accuracy of accounting records. Because remember, as we went over today, there's 3 key components. The trial balance, 1, shows your total. 2, you need to verify that it's accurate, meaning if you see any large changes in accounting balances, you need to get to 3, granular details and drill into the general ledger so you can see what is driving your variance. And if you haven't picked up Accounting Essentials Master the Basics in 10 Days, it's linked below. Thanks.